we go. All rise for the bride, please. Love me tender, love me sweet, never let me go. You have made, who brings this woman to be married to this man? Thank you, sir. And I love you so. Love me tender, love me true. All my dreams fulfill. For my darling, I love you, and I always will. Love me tender, love me dear, tell me you are mine. I'll be yours through all the years, till the end of time. Love me tender, love me true, all my dreams fulfill. For my darling, I love you, and I always will. All the guests may be seated. We are all gathered here today at the world-famous Little White Wedding Chapel on this very exciting occasion to witness and celebrate the union of Brian and Katie. If you two are standing here today at the altar of marriage before myself and all these witnesses, then we're assuming you've come to that special place in your relationship to where your love is stronger than yesterday, but never as strong as all of your tomorrows. Is that safe to say? Excellent. Brian and Katie, if you will, please turn and face each other. Hold hands. Look deep into each other's eyes. And think, if you will, about that magical moment when you two met each other for the very first time. Do you remember that?
Oh, yeah.
Think about that for a moment. And then consider all that's happened since then. Consider everything that's transpired in your lives together that's led you right where you are today at this altar, pledging your eternal love and commitment to each other. Do you, Brian, take this woman whose hands you now hold, choosing her to be your lawfully wedded wife?
Absolutely, I do.
And do you also promise before God and these witnesses to love her, honor her, comfort and keep her, and be a true and faithful husband so long as you both shall live?
I do.
Katie, do you take this man who stands before you now, choosing him to be your lawfully wedded husband?
Oh, hell yeah.
And do you also promise today, before God and His witnesses, do you promise to love Him, honor Him, comfort and keep Him, and be a true and faithful wife so long as you both shall live?
Absolutely, I do.
You two have decided to exchange wedding rings today, along with your vows. So at this time, I'm going to invite you to receive the rings, if you will. I'm going to ask you each to take up the rings. I'm going to ask you to hold those rings in the palms of your hands together for a moment. If you'll each notice, these rings are made of a precious metal, I'm sure, made to last the test of time. But more importantly, these rings are perfect circles. These circles have no end. Just as your love for each other and the commitment you make today and the journey you begin also is without end. So Brian, if you'll please start us off. If you'll please take the ring you have for Katie today. Place that ring on her left-hand ring finger. And in doing so, look into her eyes and repeat after me and say, Katie, with this ring,
Katie, with this ring,
I promise you all my love.
I promise you all of my love.
I promise you all of my life.
I promise you all of my life.
I will always be
I will always be
your hunk of burning love. I will never leave you.
I will never leave you.
I will love you forever.
I will love you forever.
Now, Brian, if you will now kiss that hand where you put that ring there and hold that. Beautiful. Katie, if you'll do likewise, take the ring you have for Brian today. Place that ring on his left-hand ring finger. And in doing so, look into his eyes. And say, Brian, with this ring,
Brian, with this ring,
I promise you all my love.
I promise you all my love.
I promise you all my life.
I promise you all my life.
I will always be your best friend.
I'll always be your best friend.
I will never leave you
I'll never leave you.
at the Heartbreak Hotel. I will never leave you at any hotel. I will love you forever. Now, if you will, give his hand a little kiss there too, Katie. And you can receive your bouquet back from your maid of honor. And I'm going to invite you two to turn and face me arm in arm once again. I'm going to leave you with just a few final words. If you two can continue loving each other, keep laughing and smiling, which I can see is going to be no problem for the two of you. Always remember the promises you made to each other right here at the altar today. And continue telling each other at least once a day, no matter what. Try and tell each other once a day how much you love each other. That will only help solidify and keep your marriage nice and strong for an entire lifetime. Can we do that?
Absolutely.
Right. With that said, what God has joined together here today, let no one separate. May God bless you both and your marriage together. And by the legal authority given to me here in the state of Nevada as the King of Rock and Roll, it is now my honor and truly a privilege to pronounce you husband and wife. Ryan, you may kiss your beautiful bride, sir. All right. Well, you know where I can be found. Sitting all alone. If you can't come around, at least please telephone. Don't be cruel to who a heart is true. Make me if I made you mad for something I might have said. Please forgive my past. The future looks bright ahead. Don't be cruel to who a heart is true. I don't want no little love. Oh baby, it's just you. And you one of these. Make it up. Don't stop for thinking of me. Don't make me feel this way. Everybody, come on over here and love me. You know what I want you to say. Don't be cruel to do a heart that's true. I don't want no other love. Oh baby, it is you. I'll make it up. Oh, let's walk up to the preacher. Everybody stand. Let's say, hey, hey, I do. Then you'll know you'll have me, and I'll know I'll have you. Don't be cruel to do a heart that's true.
Don't be cruel to a heart that's true. Don't be cruel. Walk your bride down the aisle, bride, to a heart that's true. Let's hear it.